Well, of the nominees, two things will remain clear. Number one, this slate is enormously talented. There is no doubt. And two, they were very well prepared. Matter of fact, in policy, they were better prepared than some of their Democratic, friends on the Senate side. So I think it's been an enormous success of fielding this group of nominees. And I think all of them will be successful. As far as Doug Burgum goes, I can't think of a better individual for Interior. He's from the West. He understands Western values. He's a business guy. He's a former governor of North Dakota. He understands water, and he understands our environment. And he understands the importance of energy. And you can get to energy dominance fairly quickly, but it's going to take a lot of work.
There's a lot of work for the incoming administration, no doubt, and we'll talk about the ceasefire deal, which may or may not be in place today. But for a moment, I'd like to get your reaction. Adam Schiff seems pretty concerned about incoming Attorney General, if confirmed, Pam Bondi, and what she may be looking at. Let's play this.
Will it be your advice to the president? No, Mr. President, I need to go over them on a case-by-case basis. Do not issue blanket pardons. Will that be your advice to the president?
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files
and
for
will
the
you be able to
pardons, as well
will
as
you
the
be able to
ongoing
review
investigation.
hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want.
You'll be able to review
Listen,
hundreds
I'm
of
not going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask
You were
another question.
censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
Seems like she got her shot in there to him, and they were asking her about Kash Patel. You have to wonder why, Congressman Zinke, that they're so curious about the change that's coming with this new cabinet.
Well, if you did wrong, if you knowingly and willingly broke the law. Look, President Trump went through his first term being accused of Russian collusion, being accused of Ukraine, justice, obstruction of justice. You saw he was attacked both in office and out of office. So if you've done wrong, I think, buyer beware. And if a list is, if you knowingly, willingly broke the law in pursuit of political agenda, vice your job at Department of Justice, I'd suggest you resign now.
Well, that is a message I think a lot of them are getting because there is a lot of change. Still, Joe Biden last night in his farewell address tried to fearmonger and gaslight. And it was pretty rich to hear him talk about Americans who need to pay their taxes as his son Hunter sat just feet away. But indeed, this was his comment last night.
We must reform the tax code, not by giving the biggest tax cuts to billionaires, but by making them begin to pay their fair share.
Yeah, well, Hunter didn't do that, and he got a pardon. Congressman Zinke, what about the pardons we may be seeing in the final days now of Biden's presidency?
Well, nothing surprised me at this point. We've seen a ban of offshore oil resources. We've seen awards being given to what I think are socialists. So nothing surprised me at this point. But it's important to realize that what one president can do, the other president can undo. And I'm sure President Trump at this moment is looking at a number of executive orders to rescind day one. I'm sure he is.
Congressman Zinke, just about 20 seconds, but Biden also tried to take a victory lap for the ceasefire deal, which many say, whether it be voted on or just the timing of it, really was pressure by Donald Trump and his comments to Iran. Your thoughts on that today as we look at the Middle East and potentially hope for hostages being released as early as Sunday?
It was 100% a fact that the only reason why they're at the table at all is Donald Trump came in and he said, look, if this isn't solved when I get in, there's a price to be paid. I think what happens now is that, look, it'll be a better deal when Donald Trump is in and Biden is known for not negotiating strong deals. And I think that's why probably the prime minister is holding on it, is Hamas is not holding up their deal. So this is exactly what President Trump, and ironically, it's a lot like Ronald Reagan when he came in. A lot with hostages in Iran. This is very much a similar deal as far as just irony.